Hi, it's Tim Beyers with a question. Have the odds of a Bitcoin bubble gone up exponentially? Because it sure looks like it. Two recent developments have me convinced of this. First, the Winklevoss twins, Cameron and Tyler, who are famous for having challenged Mark Zuckerberg, suing him over the creation of Facebook, arguing that he stole their idea. Of course, that was, a central theme in the movie, The Social Network. And this is a long, winding story. Well, now the Winklevosses are back in the news, and what they want to do is create a fund for Bitcoins. They want to create, in effect, an exchange-traded fund for creating a liquid mechanism for trading Bitcoins, essentially. They have to get this past securities regulators. They seem confident that they'll do so. I'm not so sure whether I don't even want to comment on the odds of them getting it past securities regulators because I frankly don't know. I just think the prospect of having a Bitcoin ETF, whether it's from the Winklevosses or anybody, is frightening because this is a very speculative currency. It has a ceiling. It's digital, so it really doesn't exist in the real world. And the spikes in the value of Bitcoins have been extraordinary. Any of the, you can see the coverage we've had on our site about this. It's just been amazing. So I think making it easier to get a speculative vehicle into the hands of consumers is not necessarily a good thing. So there's that. The second thing is that in Europe, a company called Lamassu is working on what is in effect could be the basis of an ATM network based on Bitcoins. It's called the Bitcoin machine, and apparently there are more than 60 distributors around the world interested in this thing, and it dispenses Bitcoins. It's essentially a currency machine that deals in Bitcoins and national currencies, and it was shown in London just recently. So there is an infrastructure to try and make Bitcoins a legitimate worldwide alternative currency and take it from the ephemeral where it is right now and make it much more real. Um, that may be a good thing over the long term. I may just be wrong about this, but this is such a speculative currency right now, such a speculative idea that making it more real, making it more accessible carries with it, I think, extreme risks, and I'm not so sure it's something to be celebrated. In the meantime, I do think that if you're an investor, and I think I've said this before, but if you want to play alternative currencies, you have to look at the payments processors. Look at, amongst all of them, the best one may very well be eBay, which is targeting an increase from 175 billion in commerce last year to 300 billion by 2015. A lot of that's going to be driven by PayPal. PayPal does have a deal for now debit cards, I think with a MasterCard brand on them. So there are legitimate alternative currencies. You really don't need to be dealing in Bitcoins to get that and to get, real exposure as an investor to alternative currencies. Just, making a solid, sound, long-term bet on eBay will get you that with PayPal. But that's what I think, and I want to know what you think, so please weigh in using the comments box below. And thanks for watching. I'm Tim Beyers with Motley Fool Rule Breakers and Motley Fool Supernova. Fool on!